Ah, greetings, Eivor.
You're missing the festivities.
I've had my fill.
It's as much yours as it is Oswald's.
I was a crumbling man, Eivor. Before all this, I thought I'd die a tired old failure. But now, my heart burns bright with newfound fire. I want to live hard, die fierce.
Glory cares not for age, Finir. Sail with me. My ship could always use a wise head and a strong axe.
Together,
Together.
I'll gather my things.
Nú en fyrra var einskilur. Harpa kemur með.
Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi. Let's tell her the good news.
Eivor? A moment.
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Rot is a pointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A filly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of...
Painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgafur's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom. To make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks. All were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleed...
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafur's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifer's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We're done here. Return to your homes in peace.
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, in some ways you helped.
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is quite the character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass, and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon. Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Elderman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Sven passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
I had not heard, no. And how is Tovi? She must be gutted.
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at this burial mound. Speak with her, if you have the time.
I want to see the Alliance map. I have changed my mind. I should go.
Who could Gothban be? One of us?
What do you see? Survey the area, Sunan.
Salve, Eivor. We have not yet been introduced. I am Octavian Claudius Britannicus, a collector of Roman relics.
Quite a name you have.
If you are wondering what good I will bring to the settlement, you need only look to the greatest empire the world has ever known.
Yes, I have seen their great ruins. Always impressive.
But you have not seen them restored to their former glory, and I can help. Eivor, have you ever been in love?
Why do you ask?
I wonder if you know the feeling of having your very heart pulled from your chest as it pursues the elusive object of your desire. I wonder if you have ever known the bitter agony of seeing your beloved in the arms of another. I have known such a pain, and Maximus was its source.
One of your lovers?
Oh, gods, no! No. Maximus is a snake and a leech. A slime-encrusted, blood-sucking viper of a man. He stole from me my beloved. A perfectly preserved statue of a legionnaire. It is all I desire in this world. Lost, I heard. Maximus was holed up in and around London, holding my beloved captive, leering and pawing at it, no doubt. If you should ever see him, give him my regards. By that, I mean spit on him, then recover my statue.
I have to go. See you soon.
I suppose it will do for the moment, though it lacks the grandiosity of the Empire at its peak.
You don't like it?
Thank you for this. Whether fur, meat, or bone, we will provide only the finest.
And if you intend to go hunting, consider bringing us your kills. We will prepare the hides and heads.
Aye. I've been mounting Petra's trophies for years, and she's a discerning woman.
In all things.
I'll keep that in mind. Enjoy your new home.
Eivor, you seem to be someone with a penchant for trophies.
I do like victories, but I rarely keep a record of them.
Your weapons show the marks of great battles, and you walk with a pride that speaks to your triumphs. Am I wrong?
You are not. Why do you ask?
To bolster our trade, of course. Wallace is the finest tanner and taxidermist in all of England. If you wish the tales of your hunts to outlast you, there is no better way than making trophies of your kills. If you defeat a rare and worthy creature, bring it to us. We will display it for you.
A good idea. Keepsakes to adorn the longhouse. Thank you, Petra.
Oh, and before you go, could you spare a moment for a small favor?
I do not have the time right now, but I will return.
Who could Gothspan be? One of us?
Word of our growing settlement has reached outside ears, so have a look around. You may see a few new faces.
I want to see the Alliance map. What of Oxenfordshire? Sigurd told me he had business there.
Ah, yes. Sigurd is there now, in fact. He bids you go meet him as soon as you can. He has partnered with a rebellious thane called Giedrich, and hopes to install Giedrich as Elderman in exchange for an oath. There is an alehouse at the center of Buckingham. Sigurd will meet you there.
I should join my brother then. Where is Buckingham?
Along the Great Ouse River that divides Oxenfordshire. Sigurd will be pleased to see you.
Eivor? A moment.
Eivor!
Yeah! Yeah! Won't be gentle if they spot soldiers on alert. What has happened here?
Hey! You don't. Now! Don't get it away from me! So slow! Can't hold out much longer.
Barred. These soldiers are tightly wound.
Kill you! We bring Christ's mercy! There! Pick the coward up! Let's stay alert. Not Trump! God's justice awaits, coward! Together, lads, we have this. God won't let us lose. Get back here!
An alehouse. This must be it. Sigurd is not here. I'll ask around.
These soldiers always leave a bleeding mess.
Are you the alewife here?
You are not welcome here. I've had enough trouble with Danes today.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm looking for my brother, a large Norseman.
It was him what caused the ruckus. Him and that other one were here, talking to Thane Giedrich. Then Lady Edwin's soldiers swept in. A fight broke out. Your brother and the tanned fella got away. The soldiers nabbed Giedrich, though. I was sorry to see that. He's well liked in these parts.
Which way did my brother go?
What's it worth to you to find out?
I'm asking a simple question.
Look, Dane, you start a scene or a scuffle, and I'll scream for soldiers.
You seem to respect this man, Giedrich. If he was talking to my brother, it's because he wants what's best for this Shire. Maybe you're a woman who also wants Oxenford Shire to be free and to decide its own fate. A woman who'll stand up for her village, who won't be crushed under the boot of oppression.
I hope I am.
Such a woman would help me find Giedrich's friends.
You're right, you are. Your brother and his friend jumped through that window there and scampered off towards the river. It's a good bet they hid in one of them fish houses.
They wouldn't go far. I'll check along the river. Smells like a fish house. Good spot.
Wait! Stop!
Ahlan wa sahlan, Eivor.
We could have cut you to bloody giblets, Wolf-Kissed.
Why so unnerved, brother? It's not like you.
Half the soldiers of the Shire are hunting us. You must have noticed.
Is that why you haven't come home? You're playing hide and fetch with the Mercian soldiers.
Your brother's a busy man, Eivor. Weighed down by pressing duties.
It's good to see you again, Basim. Even if you haven't kept my brother trained on the task at hand.
It's not my place to lead your brother about like a bridled mare.
Now there's an idea. Brother, we should be forging alliances. Send this man back to his warren before he leads you astray.
Eivor, gods above, I'm grateful you've joined us. We have made strides towards an alliance, in fact. A local thane called Giedrich has pledged an oath to me.
I've heard of him. The alewife also mentioned a Lady Edwin who commands the soldiers. Why not ally with her?
Lady Edwin's husband was the Shire's elderman, until Gudrun's army ended his life. Now she's taking up her husband's fight, with the promise of aid from King Alfred of Wessex.
Edwin vows revenge on the Danes who stole her husband and her livelihood.
From what we know, Alfred is a fearsome king. If Edwin can win his full support, this Shire is lost to Wessex.
So to fight her, you've pledged your sword to a minor thane who likely commands a gang of farmers and fishermen.
Have faith, Eivor. A few hundred Saxons armed with hayforks and billhooks can be terrifying.
Gods.
All men and women, noble or peasant, have within them the seeds of something greater.
This is true. Sometimes greater than the average mind can fathom.
Well, Edwin has Giedrich in shackles now. All your plotting has turned to ash.
Not if we act soon. She dragged her prisoners to the Longhouse. With you here, we can mount a surprise strike.
If Giedrich is our best chance for an alliance, let's see it done. Sigurd, has Basim talked you into something of little reward?
Eivor, have you lost hope in my warcraft? I heed Basim's wisdom, but he follows my lead, always.
He has the look of one who trusts none but himself.
Basim is secretive by nature, but he is wise and forthright, and he has opened my eyes to a magnificent truth. He has promised me a reward so unusual, so incredible, it will shatter your mind to shards.
Brother, our bond has the iron heft of a war axe. Do not let Basim and his prophecies of good fortune sway you from our simple goal.
Never. Our goal is fixed. We shall soon be the Lords of Mercia, then all of England. But Basim has a deep insight. He's read wisdom in the lines of my face, and heard the litany of my forefathers, and, well, there will be time enough for my saga later.
I want to talk to you. Stop. Give me a hand over here.
Sigurd, kill this sweaty fishwife.
Stay your blades. This traitor Giedrich will face trial, as will all the treasonous thanes of this shire.
You're the traitor, Edwin, calling on Alfred of Wessex begging for his army.
Clap your mead hole, Giedrich, lapdog of the Danes.
You'll sell us out to Wessex, and that poxy-ass bastard Alfred. We won't have it.
Lady, there's no need for slaughter. We all want peace for Xenofordshire. Can we find some agreement?
You heathenish fork-tongued Dane. Foul-smelling heap, I shit on you all.
Lady, choose your next words with care, for you see before you the future master of all England, Sigurd, of the hungry Raven clan. Lay down your arms, free my friend here, and kiss my lordly feet. You will not get a second chance.
Sigurd, are you cracked?
And you can kiss my rosy red ass, wayface. I've done with this offal. I leave them to you. Flay them alive and tan their flesh for saddles.
That's enough! What have they done to you?
What kind of mess did you get yourself into?
Don't time it! I can still fight these bastards!
Damn you!
I'll gut your corpse!
Thus, you four! Can't keep it up! Much more like it! by all the saints! Your time's up, Kerr! Damn coward!
Damn it to hell! The Harpy escaped! I was desperate to fight. You should have freed me.
Giedrich, this is Eivor, my stone-armed sibling.
Well met.
That was your plan, Sigurd. To charm the lady with your vague hope of kingship.
Prophecy, Eivor, not hope.
No time to squabble. Edwin's taken most of the Shire's thanes. She has her way. They'll be dead by supper.
Tend your wounds, Giedrich. We'll free your friends.
And what of the holy woman Fulke? You promised us a meeting with her.
I did, aye. But it's a fair mystery why you'd want to talk
Where
with...
is she?
Thane Holt will know. Fulke lives on his lands, but he'll be dead with the rest if you don't stop the trial.
Tell us where, and we'll go now. Their lives depend on the speed of your tongue.
Southwest of here, halfway to Oxenaforda, at the Lichvila garrison.
Basim, Eivor, to horse! Off again, Eivor. You and I, with blades drawn and hearts ablaze.
Who is this Fulke that Basim spoke of?
An ally, Eivor. A most important ally. A holy woman who trades in prophecies and secret knowledge.
That is not... Sigurd.
No, it's even better. You cannot imagine what discoveries await.
You're speaking strangely, brother.
Because I'm alive, Eivor. My heart's alight with the fuel of battle fire. Like old times, eh?
Yes, Sigurd. Like old times.
Remember our hunts beyond the Northern Way? Our first big kill was a 10-point deer. We brought it down together. The arrows from our bows like darts of ice.
But...
You on the right, me on the left. We leapt and struck.
We crashed to the ground like a felled tree. Then the bloody struggle.
Damn animal bit my hand. Never knew a buck could bite so hard.
But I pierced its throat, spilling its life wine into the drifts. That put an end to him.
Such tales you siblings tell.
It's just one of 1,000, Basim. It was the glorious dawn of our lives.
You haven't yet explained who this Fulke woman is.
When the time is right, I will.
She is the fulcrum of a larger plan.
Above conquering England, what larger plan could we need?
Patience, Eivor. Patience.
Fine. Keep your dread secrets, brother. But if this alliance fails, you may take them to your grave.
This fever will break once you know the whole truth. I promise.
Bring the sail in! Sail out!
the sail!
Stop that. Come on.
There's the trial. They are about to execute the prisoners.
These subjects of the Lady Eivor have betrayed their oaths to the Shire. Not true. They stand accused and are guilty of spreading calumny against our sainted Lady Eidwin and engaging in sedition and general disreputable acts. Pig shite! Each shall be called to confess. A rebel! Execute the prisoners at once! Rescue us, we can help! I'll ring the bell! Blindside the idiot! Focus, we have this! 1-2, brother. Follow my lead. Time has come for you.
We must bring down Eidwin once and for all. I owe you my life, friend.
Your time is come! That's Thane's justice for you! Thanes united! Come on, brothers! Let's end this! You're dead! Watch my lead! Damn cowards!
Break this bleeding cage open, would you? Giedrich sent me to find you. Let's go, now.
Down! You'll regret this! I'll keep the rat busy! For God and mercy!
It's all safely over there. We've fought with our Weasley Elderman for years. Now his widow wants to lop off our heads.
We have the advantage! Not getting away from me! You hold on. Take that coward up! Feel my breath on your neck! Get behind if you can!
Bless you all. Thanks to you, I live to pay Lady Eadwyn back in blood. I am Thane Holt. Does Giedrich live?
He is safe in Buckingham.
Good, Thane. We are at your side in this fight, to keep this land in the hands of those who love Mercia, be they Saxon or Dane.
God in heaven knows I'd sooner see a Dane married to my daughter than sell a man of Wessex one of my pigs. If Giedrich is behind you, then I am too.
We're told you know of a holy woman, Fulke. Where is she now?
Can we not fixate on this cipher, Fulke? Eadwyn is our focus.
Fulke holds a secret that may turn the tide of this fight. Without her, I cannot achieve my full purpose here.
The madwoman Fulke?
If you want my backing, brother, you'll explain yourself. How is a madwoman central to your plans?
When we find her, I will tell you all you wish to know. Until then, nothing.
Understand this. Fulke is a heretic, a sower of poisoned knowledge, and an enemy of the Church. She claims to have seen or spoken with God himself. And for this, Lady Eadwyn had her imprisoned, I know not where.
At a monastery, I suppose. We should make inquiries.
Sigurd, do we not owe Giedrich some word of what has happened here?
You can speak with him in my stead, but we must hurry. Fulke's life may be in danger.
We risk losing all the gains we've made here for the sake of this woman.
Trust me, Eivor. Fulke is of great importance. You'll soon understand.
I hope I will.
We have a camp to the east, at Linforta, an old harbor on the Great Ouse. Meet us there.
We Thanes will raise a feard and join with you to take down Eadwyn, whatever it takes. Bring this news to Giedrich, and tell him we'll be ready when he calls.
Every man will be needed.
All Father favors you, Eivor. I would join in that
warrior.
glory.
Let gold and glory be our meat and mead. No soldiers here now. Giedrich has cleared them all out.
Where Magon Chervon Tola from Barnet. Teacher, where that ever?
She's well supplied, that's for certain. Well done capturing these, lad. It was oil jars, spring-oiled arrows, fodder and the like. Take what's useful and burn the rest.
Giedrich.
Eivor, do the Thanes live?
Every single one. They've set out to raise a fear of fighting men. They all stand with you, Giedrich.
We'll need every pike and poker we have to take down Eadwyn. And you, and your brother, are you still with me?
I like your bluntness, Giedrich. My axe is yours. My brother's too.
Edwin's plopped her haunches down in her castle now. She has men and supplies coming. Curse her eyes. Where is your brother and the odd fellow?
They continue their search for the woman Fulke. He seems to think she will help us chase Edwin to an early grave. But I do not understand how.
You do what you must, Eivor. I'll ready what men I've got for the coming fight. I'll move towards Kinnabella Castle and bring up the Fyrd for an assault. Edwin's fortress is strong and sure.
Is there anything I can do to weaken her grip on the Shire? Or make her anxious?
Ah, there's a notion. You could chip away at her flag-bearers if you see them, and defend my Fyrd if any are in strife. We stole some of her supplies here. If you find any other stores like this, destroy them.
That I can do.
When you're ready for war, you'll find me at a camp near Kinnabella Castle.
I come from mining country. We didn't have much company.